Hi, everyone. Okay.
Heading out? Good luck.
Thanks, soldier. All right. Wayland Hallett's camp is to the north, and the Wolfgar brothers are to the southeast. Question is, where do we go first?
Your choice, Corporal.
If I possibly can, I will get both of them to join up.
Get ready.
Abominations!
They will burn.
No, stay away. Stay the fuck away from me.
Calm down. We're not here to hurt you.
That's what these goddamn defilers said too, and we helped them. Can you believe it? We fucking helped them.
You're talking about the mages you rescued from Amaria Leonidar.
I rescued them. That's what we did. We took them in, we gave them food, and then they showed their true face.
What do you mean by that? Showed their true face.
You know what I mean. You saw them yourself.
The abominations. They were the mages the villagers took in.
The biggest mistake of our lives. It just happened so quickly, you know. One night we had supper with them, then all of a sudden one of these things shows up, coming out of old Bertrand's house. Then the killing started. From the body of every defiler that creature killed, another abomination appeared, and they kept going until everyone was dead.
How did you survive?
I don't know. When they got to my house, they just stopped. Maybe because daylight had broken.
That didn't stop them from attacking us. There must have been another reason.
I doubt we'll find out.
Well... damn. Okay, so they're over here.
That didn't go as expected.
More fighting. Does this never end?
All right, here goes nothing.
Let's see.
We'll make short work of them.
Get her.
That's all? Oh, we're getting started.
Interesting. Now would you look at that?
I don't think we're getting through here, Tahar. And even if we would, the laboratories are ruined now. It's a wonder they got us out alive, anyway.
Alright, I'm going to pause the recording here. And keep exploring.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
Blazes. Thank you. You're Tahar, aren't you? The good one?
Yeah. Who are you?
Sergeant Tannerson, House Hallett. Our lord ordered us to clear out this place for the Conclave, but we didn't expect so much resistance. Thank you for your help, Lady Tahar. This might have ended ugly.
They will fall.
Danger up ahead!
You read my mind.
That's the way?
Here we go.
How do you like that?
Get ready.
Is this really necessary?
Anything on your mind? Sure.
All right, here goes nothing.
You picked the wrong enemies. All right.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
That's all? I'm only getting started.
Axes fully upgraded.
You'll regret this.
I really can't hear my cats going in the background. I have headphones on and I can hear them just fine.
Yes.
Here we go.
Hold it right there, stranger. Wait. You're Corporal Tahar.
I am. I think your lord wants to speak to me.
He does. You may pass, Tahar.
Thank you. Up ahead. I think that's Shane Wolfgar.
Doesn't look like the friendliest fellow.
Interesting.
If it isn't the fabled Tahar.
I'm here to...
I know what you're here for. You want our troops to take back Greyfell, which the Royal Army so gloriously failed to protect against a couple of pitchfork-wielding lunatics. I'll cut right to the chase. House Wolfgar doesn't need an ally. Even if the sky rains fire, there's no way on Io we will join forces with Asamo Tahar's child or Wayland Hallett.
I know you're not on good terms with the Hallett, but is an old family feud really worth risking the future of Northander?
Let that be my worry.
If you don't want to join forces with either of us, then why are you even here?
Because it was just a stone's throw from where we were going anyway. The span.
So, you're planning to attack Greyfell?
Well observed, elf. And also, it gave me an idea of your strength. Now that I have seen it, I have nothing left to worry about. I trust you can see yourself out of the camp, can you? Goodbye, Tahar.
Huh. That didn't go well. What now?
Let's talk outside the camp.
This way, right?
Let's see. Interesting.
Tahar, you may pass.
All right. What now?
Well, we need to...
Tahar. That's you, isn't it?
Maybe. Who are you?
Ulrich Wolfgar. Pleased to meet you. I overheard your conversation with my brother. First off, I apologize. He was never particularly good with people. To make it short, unlike my brother, I think we could help each other. Or, to be more precise, I think we must. What Shane intends to do, marching against Greyfall on his own, is madness.
But you're not in charge, are you? Your brother is the lord of the house.
Well observed. But that doesn't mean that my opinion doesn't carry any weight. See, Tahar, the thing is, there's no way on Io we will ally ourselves with House Hallett. But his dislike for you is irrational. He knows you're not what he made you out to be, and essentially it boils down to the fact that he thinks you're not fit to lead an army. That you're weak. Just think about it. Why would he have us travel here if he weren't considering an alliance? So, in other words, Unless there's some bigger scheme to his play that he hasn't let me in on yet, our presence here means that he's considering an alliance with you.
So what do you suggest we do?
You need to show him you're not the weakling he thinks you are. While my brother was in the camp brooding over old feuds, I took the liberty of exploring this lovely spot of Earth. And I found something quite interesting.
Let me guess. You want to...
Exactly. Bring him one of the Wyvern's teeth, still wet and bloody, which is, quite frankly...
Actually, I've taken care of that Wyvern already. Here.
What? You... Then we should waste no more time. Come, let's talk to Shane. He will want to see this. Shane, I think you should see this.
What?
Here. This is for you. A Wyvern's tooth, straight from the beast's jaws.
Huh. So? Why are you showing me this?
They killed that Wyvern all by themselves, Shane. I saw it. No soldiers, no ballistas.
So?
Ugh, blazes, Shane. Don't play dumb with me. This woman may be many things, but she's not weak. Someone who can kill a Wyvern with their own hands is fit to lead an army against the purity.
Maybe. But the question is she willing to make the hard calls when push comes to shove?
What do you...
Meet me at the foot of the fortress, Tahar. Alone.
Huh. Well, this is interesting. You're thinking of going?
I at least want... Now would you look at
You
that?
came. Well, that's something. Let's get to the point. Given that my original impression of you wasn't entirely correct, let me revise my statement. An alliance between House Wolfgar and House Utran, and thus you, might not be out of the question anymore.
But I'm guessing you have terms for that alliance, don't you? Why the secrecy?
Because I want you to kill Wayland Hallett for me.
I beg your pardon?
You heard right. I didn't come here just to see your troops, though that was one of the reasons. I came here to rid the world of the Hallett bloodline once and for all. Do you know what he did?
You blame him for the death of your daughter, right?
Blame? Don't think I can't read between the lines, Tahar. He killed my daughter, murdered her, and only because he was too much of a coward to stand up to his promise. He could have saved her, but he didn't. Because doing that would have meant risking his precious troops for a rival house. We were just stupid enough to get there before him. Believe me, Tahar, Wayland knows how to act all friendly and reasonable, but he's a strategist who'll stop at nothing to increase the influence of his house. He'll smile at you and tell you what you want to hear, but ultimately everything he tells you only follows one purpose: himself.
How do you know this is really what happened at the battle? Were you there?
Tahar, I am not going down that route. I am not.
So you want to assassinate him? You know what you're asking of me, don't you? You could be trialed for just mentioning this.
By whom? The purity of light? Also, it's your word against mine. If you take this to anyone else, I will simply deny it. If we kill Wayland Hallett, their soldiers will fall into confusion like sheep without a shepherd. According to my spies, many of his men would likely switch sides if something were to happen to Wayland. In return, we will swear loyalty to House...
And what do you want my role to be in?
You're the only one who can get into their camp. Wayland Hallett knows how many people are out for his head, which makes...
I don't like this.
Good. Here. All you need to do is pour 5 drops of this poison into Wayland Hallett's food. And don't worry, it won't take effect before the conclave takes place. And when it does, it will be a swift and merciful death. All you need to do is...
Yeah, you will.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Interesting.
Tahar, am I right?
Yes, and you must be Wayland Hallett.
I am. And you're in the company of a dwarf. What brought you so far from the halls of stone, friend?
That's a long story.
Well, I hope I get to hear it one day. I have to admit, I had something different in mind when they told me the stories about you, Tahar. Though there can be no question about the magic inside you. It's intense.
You're a mage.
No, but I learned to recognize the signs. There's just something in the eyes of a gifted one that can't be mistaken. But I digress. I know why you're here. The Conclave. You want the support of House Hallett and House Wolfgar to march against the Harbinger of Light.
Correct.
Good. I guess you've been told already that this alliance will be complicated. As long as that old ox Shane is in charge, there won't be an alliance. He despises our house, but I suppose you know that much already.
What's the story behind that feud, anyway?
In short, we didn't send House Wolfgar the reinforcements he requested, and the division his daughter fought in was completely massacred by your father's followers.
Why didn't you send them?
Because it would have been suicide to go in there alone. Instead, we waited for the Royal Army to appear and marched in together. It was over in a matter of seconds. Sending them in nonetheless would have meant sacrificing 100 men, women, sons and daughters for nothing. Every commander would have done the same.
So what do you suggest?
Simple. Join House Hallett and House Uhtred.
Join? You mean...
I want Myra Uhtred, Lady of House Uhtred, to give me her hand in marriage. Our combined power would outshine even the former House Leonidar.
Myra isn't well. The Harbinger seized control of her mind, and she has been... changed ever since.
It will pass.
And just how will that help us get Wolfgar under our banner?
Well, think. The united houses of Hallett and Uhtred are too powerful for House Wolfgar to continue playing lone wolf. We could simply force them into submission.
That's true. If House Uhtred and House Hallett became one entity, Wolfgar's army becomes an ant facing a giant.
But that would make you, Hallett, the most powerful noble in Northander.
That's the idea. My offer stands.
A marriage. That's asking for a lot.
Yet it might be our only chance. You should talk to Myra about this.
And now what? Seems like the only way to get both houses united under the same banner is to have Myra marry Wayland Hallett.
I guess. Unless there's some other way to convince Shane Wolfgar that we don't know of, then the marriage is our only option. Or we simply go without them altogether.
We'll see. Either way, we'll need to let Wayland know our decision.
I understand.
Really no teleportation stone here?
Now would you look at that?
Yes, Tahar? Do you require anything else?
I've had a talk to Wayland Hallett. He proposes a marriage between House Utran and House Hallett to force the Wolfgars into submission.
By a marriage, you mean he has asked for my hand?
Yes.
I will do what is necessary.
This is your decision, Myra. You're the lady of House Utran.
Yes, I am. But, as I said, I will do whatever is necessary. If you think it takes this marriage to save Northander, then I will do it.
So you want me to decide?
Yes. Do what you must, Tahar. I will accept your decision.
We shouldn't do this, Tahar. Myra isn't capable of making such a decision in her current state of mind.
I agree, but... I say just switch stuff. No.
Understood.
Just give the word.
Pleasure to see you.
Poison both.
There must be another way.
It's all or nothing, Tahar.
But the purity won't spare you.
No, I don't. Do you? House Hallett is a powerful foe. Don't get me wrong, Tahar. I don't like this Lacane character. Not at all. But right now, all I'd get for helping you in that battle would be a pile of Hallett corpses.
You're quite the pragmatist.
Call it what you will.
I've spoken to Myra. She's agreed to the marriage.
She has? Well, that's a pleasant surprise. But I'd like her to tell me her... And judging by the position of the sun, the Conclave... You've helped my men clear the fortress already, so I suggest we get on with it. I will see you at the top of the fortress, together with Lady Utran and Lord Wolfgar. Until then...
Yes?
Well, I poisoned his food, agreed to the meat. This is probably going to end badly. If need be, I will restart it from before I poisoned him. I need to look at his abilities. He's not confirmed yet.
Right.
What do we need?
Huh? It's up to you now, Tahar.
Yes.
Lord Hallett, it has been a while.
It has. How are you, Shane? What about the wound? Is it still healing?
I'm fine. The only reason I'm here is courtesy. We won't march with either of you. Neither House Utran nor House Hallett, nor the Betrayer's Child's makeshift army.
Really? Well, that's not decided yet. Lady Myra, I hereby ask for your hand.
Aren't you feeling well?
Lord Hallett! What the... treason? Now! For the light!
Don't harm my brother!
Yes.
Here we go.
You'll regret this.
Well. Shit.
You did this?
Well observed, brother.
Traitor.
Yeah. I guess I did.
But why? I don't understand, Ulrich.
Did you really think I'd just stand by and watch while House Wolfgar breaks into pieces? You don't even see it.
You're obsessed with your bloody feud with Hallett, and even though we don't even have the money to pay for our soldiers' food anymore, you seem to think that we still live in the old days, when House Wolfgar still mattered. I'm sorry, brother, but I won't just stand by and watch while you destroy all our fathers and forefathers have worked for.
We can't win this war, neither by ourselves nor with the Betrayer's Child's army. Lacane, his fanatics, and his creations are simply way too powerful. So, he made me an offer, and I accepted.
You told them of the Conclave.
Correct.
But it's over, isn't it? We fought off the ambush.
That was just a taste of what they have prepared. They have an entire army in the Northwest. It's massive. You will fall. All of you. I was hoping I'd get out of this alive. But it seems that I won't.
What do you mean?
I'm a traitor. And even though Corporal Tahar has quite some first-hand experience with betrayal herself, I doubt she'll show mercy when it's someone else doing it.
By the... No! If you do so much as touch him, I'll kill you. I swear it, Tahar. I'll kill you.
He has broken the Queen's law, and there's no tribunal around to judge him. That means that there's only one option.
You will get a trial once all this is over. Until then, you're our prisoner.
Well, this is a surprise.
Are you mad? You're not taking my brother.
Blazes, Shane. He betrayed all of us, even you. We're being merciful here, so don't act like a bloody...
But...
He's
fine. Tahar, you will have our blades. Now, against the Purity and in the battle for Greyfell. Now let's get back to our camps. It won't...
And if we're out of luck, the remainders of the Hallett camp. Whatever happened to Lord Hallett, the soldiers will make their own assumptions about what happened. Whatever that was, anyway.
I doubt we'll ever find out. Ulrich, you said the pure...
Yeah.
Tahar, pleasure to see you.
Myra is in no condition to make a decision of that scale. The marriage will not happen.
That's regrettable. And judging by the position of the... You've helped, so I suggest we get on with it. I will see you at the top of the fortress, together with Lady Utran and Lord Wolfgar. Until then.
It has been... The only reason I'm here is courtesy.
Really? Well, Lady Myra...
Is this a joke?
It's not. Lady Myra?
I am sorry, Lord Hallett, but I am afraid this won't be possible.
Seems that your feelings are...
I see. Well, it appears that you were right, Lord Wolfgar. There will be no... It's a pity, Tahar.
Are you sure?
What do you...
Now! For the light! Don't harm my brother!
You'll regret this.
Well... shit.
You did this?
Well observed, brother.
Traitor.
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming.
Well, that was...
But...
Did you really think I'd just stand by and watch while House Wolfgar breaks into pieces? You don't even see it. We can't win this war. Neither by ourselves...
You told them of the
Correct.
But it's over, is
That...
What do you... If you do so much as...
He has broken the Queen's law, and
You will get a...
Are you... Fine. I did not know of this intrigue, so I cannot be held responsible for it. And though Ulrich is of Wolfgar blood, I am the Lord. In other words, my position still hasn't changed.
I'm afraid the same goes for House Hallett. I'm very sorry you didn't deem our support once this division of the Purity is done with. House Hallett will return.
Heading out? Good luck.
Thanks, soldier.
I'm okay with that.
Chop chop, man. Let's get to work.
How would this have worked if I didn't choose
Well then, only take a sigh. That should work. All right then, let's get to it.
Just give the word. All right, give me a second.
Commander, we finished researching a new technology.
This will be a masterpiece.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
Now would you look at that?
Nothing
Whatever's necessary.
There's the stone.
Yes?
Commander, we need to stock up on stone.
What's the plan?
Building completed.
What's next?
Building completed.
So much to do, so little time.
Building completed.
What do you want?
Be a master.
You read my mind.
Building completed.
Wait, no, that's a bad spot.
It will only take a second.
Fair enough.
Yes?
Let's do this.
Well then. Alright. Chop chop, man. Let's get to work.
Yes? Good thinking. We could use another outpost.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
Get ready!
That should work.
I'm ready. They will burn.
Commander, we need to stock up on stone. Building completed.
Chop chop, man. Let's get to work.
Sure.
Good thinking. Good thinking. We could use another outpost.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders. We need to gather more wood, Commander.
Yes?
I'm ready.
We're being attacked!
As you say. It's over already.
Yes?
Good thinking. We could use another outpost.
We're being attacked!
It will be quick.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders. Building completed. We need to gather more wood, Commander. We're being attacked!
They chose their fate. For the guild! Yes. Good thinking. We could use another outpost.
Yes?
They chose their fate. As you say.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders. Building completed. We need to gather more wood, Commander.
This will be a masterpiece.
We need to gather more wood, Commander.
So much to do, so...
Here we go.
Commander. It will be quick!
Yes?
It's over already.
Good work. Let's tell our people we're ready to head back to Mullendeer.
Fine by me.
That way?
Let's do a little bit of exploring.
All right, here goes nothing.
What do you want?
So, going without any alliances. Yeah, we'll be in this here soon.
You're back. I don't know how to say this, but thank you.
For what?
For not giving Myra to that man. I realized that she agreed, but we both know her mental state is questionable. I'm glad you saw that. Though, of course, I had hoped for a different outcome. I understand why you killed Ulfric, but now we lost both of the houses. This doesn't increase our odds against the Purity. I hope you realize that. Anyway, no point in delaying the inevitable any further. We should discuss the upcoming battle in the span. Are you ready?
I am.
Good. Then let's call your companions. Thank you for coming. I take it you know the purpose of this meeting. Our final battle is up ahead. We will take back Greyfell, kill Lakain, and save, well, Tahar's mother. You all know what's at stake. If we lose this battle, then there's no one left to stop Lakain. So, first of all, thanks to Ulrich Wolfgar and his betrayal, Lakain knows we're coming. Aranor?
Yes, Lakain has gathered his army in the span. That's where the final battle will happen.
The Golden Road.
Yes. As you all know, almost every trade route of Northander leads through there. It's very easy for him to make a stand. The Queen's River draws a clear line between the Greykeep side and where we'll be coming in from.
So, what's your strategy?
I'm afraid there's only one. Brute force. We'll have to crush through his defenses like a warhammer through an armor. However, we'll have to defend the other routes leading the span too. I'm certain the Purity will send in reinforcements through them to flank us. In other words, prepare for one heck of a battle. Once we've defeated their army, we'll advance to Greykeep. Questions?
Yes. How big is their army?
Massive. We already scouted the area. There's Bane, there's Deathmen, there's Templars, and Iron Ones.
In other words, Lakain knows that we are a threat and gathered his entire force to stop us. Good. Because that will be our chance to take out the entire Purity with one blow.
As I said, we cut off the snake's head.
Then prepare. Lakain won't show mercy, and neither will we. So I want every blade sharp. This is the only chance we're getting.
Well said, Tahar. Now get prepared. We'll head out at first light.
Hey.
How are things? Any trouble with the Ashweavers yet?
No, it's all good. They respect me, and they respect you. And as long as that's a given, they won't cause any trouble. Not for us, that is.
Is something on your mind, Gore? You seem... I don't know. Rattled.
What do you think, Tahar?
It's about Kagan, isn't it?
Yeah. Look, Tahar, the thing with the knife. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done it. Without me, the Fire Wielders would have broken apart. And it would have been you and all of EO who would have paid the price. Just so I could have my personal catharsis. What I'm trying to say is, sorry. That was selfish. And it was stupid.
No need to apologize, Gore. Really.
Anyway, for what it's worth, I'm glad we didn't have to kill him. I feel relieved. At least a little. Anything else you need?
What's next?
Do this one first.
To this day, the Shaper's magical and technological prowess remains unrivaled.
Interesting. Iskram?
What? Oh, Tahar. Didn't see you coming.
This place still has you in its grips, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Look, Tahar, I'm sorry for what happened at the forge. You know, with the rune. I didn't know what got into me. I mean, I still believe the rune has the potential to do a lot of good, and I will continue researching, but I shouldn't have, well, risked our cause.
It's okay. I understand.
Glad to hear that. Anyway, I need to get some of these dents out of my armor. I'll be there when you need me.
Okay, so that's what it looks like. I still need to talk to him, apparently. Okay. Kind of annoying.
I had a...
Why?
Because you just love to talk. But you know...
And now?
Well, I still thank you.
Redefine the orc culture?
No, anyway, enough of the chatter. Hone your blade, Tahar. We'll need it.
Okay, that was odd. Let's talk to my elf friend.
So, I guess that's it? The great finale?
So it seems.
Well, I should probably say something meaningful now, right? I can't think of anything. Heck, I don't even know why I'm coming with you. I should have left moons ago.
For what it's worth, I'm glad you didn't.
Easy, Tahar. We don't want to get all sentimental. I realize this is a cheesy thing to say, but no matter how this ends, I'm glad our paths crossed. All those years on the road, I was free, yeah, but I also didn't have any roots. No home. Now, before you start crying, I'm not saying that this bloody city is what I consider home these days. I'm just saying I don't know, that it feels good to fight for something. And that surprises me. Anyway, enough of the chatter. Tell me when you're ready to head out.
Got it.
Is this really going to become the end? Nothing? Other than 2 spots for the lower part of the map? Oh, I hope not. I hope not.
Tahar, you need something?
Not really. I was just wondering if you wanted to talk before we head out. My gut tells me this will be the last battle for a while.
Well, I've had my share of war and violences. I sure hope so. 9 years. Can you imagine? It's been 9 years in which I did nothing but fighting. But killing. You want to know something funny?
What?
When I was a teenager, I always wanted to be an alchemist. You know, back in the days when there were charlatans everywhere, all of them looking for the Philosopher's Stone that could turn lead into gold. The idea of finding something that would change the world forever, it just fascinated me. Obviously, my plans didn't work out. My magical talent was discovered. I was sent to the university, and there I met your father. You know the rest of the story.
I do. But what are you getting at?
Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is that all through my life, I wanted to change something. Be that driving force behind something monumentous. Now, after all that's happened, I don't know. I've begun to wonder if that unguided idealism isn't the reason for a lot of conflict in the world. The War of the Six Races, the Mage Wars, the Purity, it's all the same. We're just too driven, too obsessed with leaving our mark on this world.
Maybe we are driven, but idealism is important. Without it, who knows where the world will be?
Yeah, who knows? Anyway, I'm glad we're on the same side again. Maybe this final battle is a chance to, well, to make amends. Let me know when you're ready to head out, Tahar.
Still not unlocked yet, damn it. Why did you go in and talk to him?
Yes? Is there something you need?
No, nothing. What are your thoughts in the upcoming battle?
If by what are my thoughts you mean my estimation on our chance for victory, I would say they are close to even, with the odds being slightly in favor of the Purity.
No, I meant, how do you feel? That battle, it will be dangerous, and yet you're still around to help us.
Well, it is only logical. The Purity hunts mages, and if we do not stop them, they will take my life too. As for my emotions, I suppose you could describe them as a mixture of worry and anticipation. Also, there is something else that has been troubling me.
What?
The return of Aenir, as the Purity calls it. The opening of the gates. I have done some research, and I'm beginning to believe that all this is not just superstition after all.
Wait, you mean Aenir is really trying to return to this world?
Not Aenir. But I would prefer to not make any premature assumptions. Even if my theory is true, it would not impact our immediate plan of action. Now, I would like to make some preparations, Tahar. I will be ready when you need me.
Of course. Thanks, Undergast.
Tahar, hello.
Getting prepared?
Yes.
It will be dangerous. You don't have to stay. You know that.
Oh, Tahar, you know, we never got the chance to talk much. But there's a reason I became an assassin. Blood, violence, death. It doesn't scare me. On the contrary. But I guess now isn't the time to catch up on this, is it? I would like some more time to myself before we set out. Just give the word whenever you're ready. Yes, Corporal? How can I help?
Would you be willing to tell me more about your friend?
You seem to be quite adamant about this, aren't you? Fine.
How did how did it happen? The blood burn.
Well, I presume you are familiar with how the disease progresses, so there's no need to explain that part. As for when and where, we had made camp in a small forest when the symptoms first showed. An old man, one of the caravan. From that point on, it went straight downhill. Do you know what's strange?
What?
Up until that point, I didn't even consider the fact that Mila was infected as well. The thought just didn't ever cross my mind.
How did you find out?
A blister. On the third morning after that night in the forest, she took a bath in a nearby river and I saw it. That was it. I knew what would happen. And so did she. I insisted on riding back to Everlight and looking for a healer. An irrational thing to do. And I knew it, but she wouldn't have it. I want to tell life when it's over. not the other way around.
She took her own life.
Yes. When I returned to the camp that night, I found a letter where she told me to meet her at a nearby clearing. I did, and found her. There was an empty bottle next to her, and I immediately recognized it. It was the merciful slumber, the most painless of poisons at our disposal. She was smiling when she faded away.
For what it's worth, I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you. Anyway, is there anything else you wanted to ask?
Goodbye.
Huh. Shouldn't you be somewhere else?
I just wanted to see how you're holding up. What are your thoughts in the upcoming battle?
I'm not sure what this is supposed to be, Tahar.
How so?
Well, take a look around. From next to nothing, you've put an army together. A messed up patchwork army, all right, but a force to be reckoned with. That's impressive. And to be honest, I didn't think you could do it when we first met.
Why?
I don't know. Just a feeling. Anyway, let's get back to it, shall we? We have a war to win.
To leave early? Oh, okay. Alright, well, until next time, stay safe.